Warning, the following footage you're about to enjoy may not be suitable for young viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. What is up, me little sugar boogers? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new episode of the Foremans. So before we jump into this week's episode, I would like to give you all one final verbal warning about the content you are about to see. So in this episode in particular, we are going to be talking about some pretty big triggering topics for some, and I would like to give you all a formal kind of like warning before we just dive straight on in, because typically with these types of things, I definitely really water them down. It's very like loose innuendos, but in this particular episode, we are just going to jump straight to the chase, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it as much. So if this is something that may make you feel uneasy or stir up, emotions that you may have that in terms of like addiction and death and things of those nature, I definitely suggest that you skip this episode. I will recap in the next episode very briefly as to like what is going on in the Foreman household and how those things kind of relate to the story, in case you don't want to see them for hand, mouth, I don't know. So anyways, you guys, oh my god, it has been a few months since the passing of Marisol. Yes, I hate to freaking just be the bearer of bad news, but Marisol is the one that passed in childbirth. So when she was giving birth to their son River, oh my goodness, little precious River Foreman, she ended up actually suffering from an aneurysm, just like all of the strain and the stress of having a baby. And yeah, I'm getting a little teary-eyed, I'm not gonna lie, because like I feel really bad. I for one can relate heavily to how scary that can be, because I was actually in a situation with Crixus where my life was kind of threatened, so I can relate to how terrifying this is, like 100%. And so when that happened, the doctors actually excused Nixon out of the room, and they brought her in to the emergency. They did everything that they could to save her life, but it kind of came down to either saving River or her. And Marisol said in the midst of everything that they need to save her baby boy, because that's what a mother does. That's what a mother does. A mother protects her child, right? So they made a really hard decision, and Nixon, till the end of it, believed, yes, I am crying, believed that, she would pull through. And so when the doctor came out and laid down the news to him, it was devastating. It was heartbreaking. It shook everyone. Dude, in case they were there, they had to like literally hold Nixon up from the ground. Like he felt like his whole world just came crashing down, and he didn't know what to do. Now all of a sudden he's faced with being a single dad to 3 children, 2 small kids in particular, and he's barely clinging on as it is. And then all of a sudden his wife gets taken from him. Like, whether you like Marisol or you don't, like, he was married to this woman, and yeah, they were having their issues. And I think that's what makes it so hard for him, is that the weight of the guilt that he feels is crushing him. It is killing him. It's eating away at his being, at his soul, and it's taking away everything that he identified as. Like, he lost his job, you guys. He no longer has any source of income. He boarded up all of the windows, all of the landscaping he has let to go to ruins. He honestly, the exterior of this home reflects exactly how Nixon is feeling inside, and it gets deeper than that. It gets so much deeper than that. He's taken almost all of the pictures off the walls, anything that symbolized any sort of memory of Marisol. Even their picture here is on the floor. He just can't. Like, he literally, like, the love of our lives, like, what the hell? Like, seriously, there's a lot like going in this situation. It's so heavily emotionally charged, and that's why I also gave you this warning, because it makes me cry. Like, I was literally in tears. And in terms of how he's dealing, he's not. He barely takes care of himself. He's put on a substantial amount of weight. All the muscle that he had, all the bulk from the bodybuilding, completely gone. And that's not bad in and around itself. It's kind of like how it came to be that is the problem. Just kind of moping around, not really doing anything, not getting out of the house, not visiting his family. He also has been, doing some extracurricular activities activities, which I will point to you here, okay? And that obviously has kind of led to him eating a little bit more and that type of thing. Not always, but in his circumstance, it has. And you're probably like, oh my God, like this is so much to take in. I know, trust me. I've been literally dreading this episode for 4 days, for weeks, ever since I had any idea what was about to come into Nixon's world. I have literally been dreading it because I am so close to this family, and any type of like turmoil or emotional distress that they go through, I feel it because I've been with them for the last 2 years. Like it's a part of me, you know? So yes, he is doing some extracurricular activities. Yes, he does go to the bar and overindulge. He's actually probably on the verge of getting himself in a little bit of a pickle in that stance. And he's just isolated himself. He's isolated himself to this lot. His power is threatening to get turned off. And every night he cries. Every freaking night. Every night he beats himself up. He's ashamed. He literally, if I could say it, he hates himself. 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 And that is such a hard pill to swallow. And it scares me. It scares the entire freaking family. Like they constantly come over and try to peek through the windows and check up on him just to see how he's doing. And that's why he boarded the windows up so they couldn't look inside. And so how Nixon kind of lost custody, so to speak, of the children. He didn't really lose custody in the like legal sense. He actually, June and Pace saw in the very beginning after River came home that Nixon was kind of neglecting the kids. Oh my God, that is terrifying. Of what is Grimm doing? He needs to go away. Like maybe Nixon is hallucinating a little bit. Not really sure. Anyway, so June and Pace saw that Nixon just was really struggling, really, really bad when it came to dealing with the kids, and obviously all those responsibilities entail. Shortly thereafter, he lost his job, and Pace and June kind of like swept in, and they were like, you know, we'll take the kids for you, we'll watch them for you, we will take care of them and provide so that you can't get emotionally stable and back on your feet again. The sad part about that is it actually made it worse. Instead of helping him in the sense of him being able to just focus on his mentality and everything that he needed to work on to get better and move on from Marisol's death, he actually went into a very deep depression. And it's scary. It's so scary. Every day waking up is a struggle. He constantly thinks of his children and how he failed them. I'm really terrified, actually, of how he is going to move forward and get through this. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And the sad part is that he goes into the kids' rooms, and you can often find him just bawling his eyes out in Grayson's bed because Grayson lost his mom. And it's a really hard thing to go through right now. And I know a lot of this episode has just been me talking, but I mean, there's just so much to catch up on. In terms of Clem, she's doing really well. She's recently received a couple good promotions from her job. She's actually dating Malik now. Believe it or not, her and Olivia decided to just kind of separate ways in terms of living together. It was becoming a very toxic situation, and Clem values Olivia's relationship, very, very, very highly. So just to kind of save that, they decided to just live apart. And then Maddox is now a caterer for the San Myshuno food district, which I thought was kind of cool. So he goes around and stocks all the little shopping carts and stuff that you see, and that sort of thing. So everyone else is doing really, really well. The sad part is that Nixon has seen River very, very few times, like not that much. Anyway, it looks like it's actually Finley's birthday tomorrow, which is totally going to be something extremely, literally Nixon's life. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Like, how do I go from laughing to crying to all in between? But seriously, I don't know how he's gonna pull himself together to look presentable enough to even get there, but he's got to do it. Like, he's got to pull himself out of this funk that he is presently in. And there we are, the Sunshine State freaking Hospital. Oh my God, yeah, that is where Marisol had her baby, and That's also where Marisol ended up, unfortunately, passing away. So what I wanted Nixon to do was to head on over to the Patchy's Bar and Grill. Patchy's is actually going to be getting a makeover very soon. I want to kind of like rebuild the restaurant. I feel like it's kind of an iconic Foreman location, so I wanted to do that. I also wanted to build the Burger Bar, which is another place that I've mentioned several times. It just actually isn't a place. So I thought that would be kind of cool to have like a few Foreman restaurants or what have you. But I know it's like Saturday 10:30 in the morning, but Nixon really wants a drink. He's definitely found companionship in the bottle, and I know that I know that all of this may sound like a cliche, and it might be, you know. I actually thought Nixon would be able to immediately turn this around into something positive, but it wouldn't have been as realistic to the fact that he was already dealing, with so much, and this was just kind of like the tip of the iceberg. So he's gonna go and grab himself, I don't know what he ordered, but he's just feeling really down right now, and this chick is so stinking full of energy, and I cannot even breathe. Like, she needs to take a damn hike. We cannot deal with all of that right now. So I'm gonna try to see if this lady is making a drink or she's not. I'm not sure. She should actually be finished. There it is. We ended up ordering a wrench, I suppose, is what the name of this beverage is. So he's gonna go and sit down and start kind of like sipping on that. So what I need him to do is I actually need him to reply back to Juniper. By the way, you guys, there is a drink at Starbucks, and it's called Juniper. It's so cute. It's a Juniper latte, actually. And if you do get a Juniper latte, you need to tweet me. You just need to tweet me. It needs to happen. I had one yesterday, and it kind of has like this little hint of pine. It's like very flavorful. And then I heard that if you actually add, it's kind of earthy too, which is just so symbolic of Jude. But also if you add in peppermint, I hear that it really makes a difference. It makes it taste a lot better. So as you guys can see, Nixon is shrinking. I don't know what's happening, but his butt went through the chair and he is now down on the ground. But this dude over here is trying to chat up a little bit with Nixon. So let's make some light conversation here. We're gonna continue to sip on our wench. I don't know what to do. I mean, we're just dealing. We're living. We're just casually going through this day by day. I definitely want to post more Foremans. I feel like I say that all the time, but I feel like there's just too much going on in this story. So that means I actually will be having to wrap up another LP that's on our channel and make some room for that because I want to do some other things as well. So yeah, well, wait, oh, hey, I slapped you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so aggressive, but don't worry, we've got time. Anyway, this dude seems relatively cool. I don't know exactly what Nixon was talking about, but let me have him go and kind of like finish up this drink really quick. We need to find a way to make Nixon some money, like some serious dough. Otherwise, he's going to end up having his house go into foreclosure. Let me see. Brett Thurston, I'm really sorry to hear about your loss. Let's go out and grab lunch at the Blue Opal so we can talk about it. Oh my God, Brett, I love you. Oh my God, that is seriously the sweetest thing ever. Of course we're going to accept that offer. That was honestly, that couldn't have come at a perfect time. Because Brett has also kind of dealt with, addiction. He's dealt with divorce. It's different, obviously. And it looks like we are actually at the Swimming Pelican because I'm having this really nifty glitch of where ever since Get Famous, wherever it says a sim is gonna go, they don't actually end up going. But this is fine. I love the Swimming Pelican. It's kind of like a spin-off on the Diving Pelican, I think it is. I'm not sure if I remodeled this bad boy. I can't really remember, but this is another iconic restaurant of ours. Like, we've been here a million freaking times. It is a beautiful day here in where's this place called again? I forgot. Oh my God. Anyway, it's gorgeous over here, but let's go and have Nixon and Brett snag a little table. We are gonna go over here and sit. Oh wait, hold on. Looks like it's been claimed by another party, so maybe we'll just go over here. I really hate seeing Nixon like this. I really do. And I know some of you guys were kind of like low-key upset about the fact that I decided to cut off Marisol. I want to tell you something. We're going to have a secret, you know, for those non-believers out there that think I just kind of like make these LPs by the, you know, fly of my pants or the seat of my culo. I knew Marisol's demise before she had Finley. Let's just put it like that. Okay, I have known what was going to happen for a very long time now. Not that I'm saying this is what I wanted necessarily by any means, but I felt like it was just part of the storyline. And I love the fact that Brett is bald, so that means I'm missing a hair mesh. That's just fantastic. But let's go over here and fix that really quick. Not that I meant like he rocks the bald head. I need to like change him up like a lot, because I feel like Brett needs to look a lot older, and he's just sipping out of the fountain of freaking youth. So let me see. We can explore socials. We got some mischief. We can be funny. Let's try to be friendly. And then let's ask about his date a little bit. You know, he wanted to come here and talk about what has been going on because, you know, there's just Nixon is so afraid to talk to June. So afraid to talk to Pace. Will not give them the time of day because he's ashamed, obviously. He's so upset because he was following in his father's footsteps, and he just wanted to make him so damn proud. Does any of this kind of sound familiar? It's like history literally repeating itself. It's crazy. And then the fact that he lost his position, lost his physique, lost everything. Shame, and literally more shame. Like, it breaks my heart. I'm actually looking at my Foreman cup right now, the one with the artwork when Nixon was like a teenager. I could cry. The tears are literally coming. So, we are going to order another alcoholic beverage for Nixon. So let's grab something a little more with a punch. We're going to grab a sweet and spicy. Brett definitely feels like that is a little weird to be having a cocktail or hard A at a, 1:43 in the afternoon, which actually means 1:43 means I love you. So all these things are just lining up here, but he's going to grab himself a little citrus swig. We are going to have Nixon chow down on a lobster thermidor since, Brett is paying. I will add these funds back to our account, by the way, because if he invited me out, I feel like he should be paying. And then we're going to get the salmon or the nigiri or the herb crusted salmon. Yeah, let's grab a plate of the herb crusted salmon for Brett, and we can continue on with our conversation. I don't like the way that these restaurants are functioning lately. They're so annoying, but this dude is actually listening, so that's pretty freaking cool. By the way, the swimming pelican is where Maddox met Rosalie, if you guys don't remember. So this is definitely becoming one of those iconic locations. And look at Nixon. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys haven't noticed, but he still is indeed, you can't tell because he's got those big old bison thighs. He's still wearing his wedding ring. And I'm a little nasally right now. Actually, because I'm so sad. Like, I am seriously so sad. I'm kind of embarrassed that I cried. But again, like, when you can relate to something, it makes you so sad. And then a lot of you all were like, I had real tears in the last episode. I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. But, like, at the same time, I don't know. I feel like when an LP emotionally moves you, that's what brings it to life, if I'm being honest. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and let these two kind of like catch up about, everything pertaining to what has happened in Nixon's life. And then I'm going to let them chow down a little bit. And then when we're finished, we need to figure out exactly how Nixon is going to earn some extra money. So instead of going home and being a responsible adult and looking for some work, I'm honestly not going to rag on him too hard, but he didn't do that. No, he actually ended up at a nightclub, which is crazy. I don't think Nixon has ever been to a nightclub on his own before in his entire freaking life. But something else that I noticed down the line here is that Nixon is feeling lovable. Underneath it all, he is looking for a little companionship, which I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, this dude just lost his wife. Why is he trying to hook up with somebody else? Everybody deals with things differently, and it doesn't mean that Nixon is a bad guy just because he is making some reckless decisions. It just means, honest to God, like he's broken. Again, not that I'm condoning anything or enabling anything. I'm just saying this is Nixon's story, and there's nothing wrong with it because at the end of the day, it's just The Sims. So we are here for drink number, I don't know, 4, 5, maybe. of the night, he is feeling extremely tipsy. In fact, actually, he's drunk, and it says, "Go home, Nixon, you're drunk." Also, he has tears in his eyes, and he is feeling a little feverish. Something I've noticed about Nixon is he's always been kind of sickly. I don't know if you all have noticed it, but he's actually like got a lot of colds all the time, and he's always feeling a little under the weather. So let's have him go down to the stage. I'm not sure if this chick over here is pregnant. Her name's Erica Tanika, but I do spot somebody that I know, well, at least once upon a time, and it's Shauna Rogers. Oh my goodness. So keep in mind, Nixon is tipsy. I don't think he would purposely approach her if he honestly had any recollection, there we go, of who she is. So we're just gonna give her a quick little friendly introduction. Brett's here. We're gonna just go away. Not this time, buddy old pal. And I guess we kind of introduced ourselves, but she just, like, you know, she brushed us off. I feel like everyone's a little tipsy. Let me see what we can do here. We can try to flirt with her, which I guess we could totally go for it. Let's give it a shot here. I don't know if she's gonna think we're just pathetic and sad, but she also may be kind of low-key into it. Nope, she's actually offended, which makes me feel really bad. Let me see if I can somehow turn the situation around. Let me just ask about her date a little bit. She's like, "You could at least buy me a drink before you tried to hit on me." Actually, Shauna, that is a fabulous idea. So we will just continue to chat her up a little bit. Maybe we can actually tag her in a group. I wish there was a way that we could apologize for coming off kind of like, you know, just a little too strong here. Let me see if I can tag her into a group. I wish though Nixon wasn't feeling this way, because at least if he was feeling a little more like normal in terms of like his emotions, then we could at least, you know, like kind of, I don't know, take it to another level, because that's what he wants. Like, he wants to have that companionship. Oh my freaking God, Brett! Okay, so snitches get stitches, y'all. Tell me why my dad is posted up right now, trying to act like he's one of the cool kids. Boy, I see you in your freaking cable knit sweater. Like, listen, look at him. He's totally creeping up on us. And then Hawthorne is trying to entice Nixon with a cocktail in order to have him come her way. So I don't think Nixon realizes his dad's here, but if he did, I'm pretty freaking sure he would bounce. In fact, wait, hold on a second. What is that over there? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my goodness gracious. So Nixon just spotted his dad, and like, really, dude, like, you could be a little more stealth pace. You could at least be a little more stealth. So now that Nixon has officially, okay, saw his dad, I wonder if it's possible that if we could just like finish up our drink with Shauna and suggest to like get out of here. Again, he's totally like inebriated. He is not on planet Earth right now. He does not realize that this is Shauna, like Shauna. And to also kind of be low-key in her defense, he looks a lot different than what he did in high school. I mean, he's got like a whole beard now, and like he doesn't have braces anymore, and he's put on a couple extra pounds. So there's like a lot of things kind of going on here that definitely are playing into this whole equation. So right now, Nixon is actually thinking of his mom. Oh my God! Stop killing me softly. All right, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna take Shauna back to our house. Really can't even believe this is happening. I can't even put this whole situation into words. Actually, would we really take her back to our place? Our house is a freaking mess. Is there like a hotel or anything? Oh my God. Okay, we could actually go to this hotel here. The only problem is like there's a family living in it right now, so we'll have to fix that. So we are here at the Oasis Springs Hotel, and kind of having a little bit of a heart attack right now. As you guys can see, these two literally took no time to kiss and make up. Again, they still have no clue who each other are because they are under the influence. So let's reiterate that. Like, Nixon is not knowingly doing something wrong. He just saw a woman that kind of low-key in his subconscious reminded him of Marisol and decided to take the plunge and find himself someone to have fun with, a little bit of companionship with, even if this isn't the right way to go about it. I don't know what the hell my mouse is doing. I do apologize. So even though there's a part of me that is screaming inside, oh my God, Nixon, just seriously stop what you're doing. You literally have no freaking clue what mistake you are about to make. Also, a part of me just is going to go with the flow because that is what it is all about. So right now we are continuing to schmooze her up a little bit. We are, I guess, asking her a very risque question. We are going to compliment her appearance a little bit. We are also going to, what does it say? You can woohoo in a hot tub. Oh my God. Abso-freaking-lutely. So what Nixon is about to do is he is about to go over here in the motel hot tub and woohoo with Shauna. Like, honestly, the ultimate risk-taking experience. On second thought, I'm totally not trying to get Nixon arrested tonight. And I also noticed that he has this little moodlet here called Chatty. Nothing loosens up those social skills like a little booze. Nixon is feeling very chatty. So I guess what we'll do is we will have them keep their crazy little antics to the hotel room. I really can't even believe that this is honestly going down. He is gonna wake up tomorrow. Oh my God, feeling like utter freaking crap. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the land grab power company has officially shut off power to our house. Pay our bills to get it turned back on. Alright, you guys, so I think it's about that time where I go and I end this episode because Nixon needs to figure out if he's going to be able to be okay tomorrow to make it to Finley's birthday party, which I'm going to kind of leave up to you guys at this point. I know a lot happened in this episode and we definitely went for a little bit of a whirlwind, but you know what? That is what I admire about this series, is that it definitely has its ups and downs, but when it's real-ish, it gets real, y'all. So, with that said, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys. You make me